Good morning, third grade scholars. This is Mrs. Thornton with your Wednesday language arts video. We are talking about the genre of realistic fiction today. The story that you read on Monday and Tuesday, Water Sky, is an example of realistic fiction. If you remember, fiction are stories that are not true. They're not real. They have fictional characters, meaning they could be made up. They could be very different, like fairies and wizards, or they could be realistic. And that's what we're talking about today. So, for instance, in Magic Treehouse, you have two characters, Jack and Annie, that could be very much like real people, but they are not because their stories are made up. So, here on the web, you'll see the characteristics of realistic fiction. Okay, so you see features like characters are imagined but act like real life people or animals. An example in our water sky would be the boy in the bright blue jacket from Maine standing on the runway. That was Lincoln, right? Okay, the next feature is settings may be real places and real times. Well, he lived in Boston and he left and he went on a plane to Anchorage and he was going to Barrow, Alaska. So those are real places and it was happening, in a time period that was quite a while ago, maybe almost 100 years ago. Settings may be imagined or they could be in real life. Well, we know that his setting did seem like it was in real life, wasn't it? And if you look it up, I bet you could find out if Barrow is a real place or not in Alaska. Okay, characters must solve a problem that could happen in real life. Well, what we read about Lincoln, he was worried about not meeting Vincent, and so he was scared about that. But as it turns out, he he was going to be there for him. It just wasn't meeting him at the airport. And the events are imagined but could happen in real life. So, for instance, when Lincoln gets on the snowmobile with Cusick, you could get on to a snowmobile and carry some luggage and ride on a snowmobile. So that's pretty realistic. But did it really happen? Probably not. Okay, so when you look at realistic fiction, you're looking at a story that seems real, but it is made up. Okay, you're going to have a chart in your classroom to work with regarding these kinds of features. Good luck.